Hey everybody, this is Jace Lipschutz with Billboard. I'm here with the one and only Rachel Platten. Rachel, thank you so much for stopping by.
You're so welcome.
You did a performance.
I did.
You have new music.
I do.
And I'm very excited that you're here. Like I'm ready for the next Rachel Platten era.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go, Jason.
All right.
Wait, dude,
let me ask
great.
you some questions before we go.
I'm just leaving. I'm going.
Peace.
Okay.
Well, congratulations. Broken Glass is the new single. It's out. People are really loving it. Why this is the first single? And I want to ask about the message, but when you create a new batch of music, and why did this one convey that kind of message that you wanted to put out there first?
That's a good question, because there was a lot of thought, especially on my end, and wavering. I was really proud of the song, ultimately. The lyrics are things, messages I believe in so much. This year has been crazy for people. There's clearly a lot of rockiness and uncertainty and fear. And I was at the Women's March and I saw posters drawn by little girls. I saw, girls lifted on their dad's shoulders. And I felt like I wanted to continue and do my part to give a message of hope through music and promote girl power and make us feel like, yeah, no, someone has our back. And even though, there's a lot that we have a long way to go to get equal rights and get equality between men and women. We're making progress. And when we lift each other up, that's dope. So Broken Glass was kind of about that. It's that message. Have you gotten a good amount of feedback, just people connecting with the song? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've heard beautiful messages from fans. I was I didn't know what to expect. Fight Song and Stand By You were so incredible after so long of not making it to rocket into success in the public eye was crazy. So I really didn't know what to expect. And I'm definitely someone that seems like I'm super confident, but I'm actually kind of insecure. And I, right before it came out, I was like, oh my God, freaking out. But the amazing comments from fans have been really uplifting and great. That's so cool. Yeah. I mean, obviously Fight Song, a huge hit. And the first time we spoke, actually, I guess was 2015 when the song was really taking off. And, I just remember speaking to you, you had such a different perspective than so many people that, have a big pop song hit the top 40, because you had really grinded it out for so many years, and you thought about giving up and you kept with it. Looking back on that whole explosion of that song, do you think that perspective really helped you out? Absolutely, yeah. I think that it's amazing to have success no matter where you are in your life, but if you can have it after you have thought that it was impossible and almost given up a bunch of times, I know that you appreciate it just a little more, at least. I mean, I can only speak from my experience, but there wasn't a moment that went by that I wasn't pinching myself or freaking out or in a bad way, looking around when is this going to end? When is someone going to tell me that this is a dream? But, it's been 2.5 years, and I don't feel anymore that wide-eyed, I don't believe I believe that I deserve it, that I deserve to be here. But I also don't regret the years that it took me. Yeah. Because I know the perspective I have is because of that. So you wouldn't change a thing? Yeah, you said that way more eloquently. No, sorry. I've been doing promo all week and I'm not used to it. It's new. I'm an editor. This is my job. Dude, that's exactly right. I wouldn't change a thing. Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. I mean, obviously, Fight Song and Stand By You and the whole album from early last year was really great. When you started and you put your first foot forward on this next album, what was it? What was your mindset like? Was it kind of anxiety of okay, I actually made it this last time. I have to figure out how to follow it up, or was it just natural? How did that come? I didn't feel pressure in terms of following anything. I felt a lot of artistic freedom. I felt excited that this time around I knew I had a platform and people were actually listening. Okay. And that was different to write from that perspective. But songwriting for me has always been really cathartic. It's where I go to process how I feel about the world, how I feel about myself. And I am super emotional. So there was just a lot that needed to come out that hadn't in the 2 years that I was running around the world promoting the last record. So as soon as I started writing, it was all these messages, all these deep feelings started rising up. And the songs are extremely honest and vulnerable because of that.
Yeah. And I'm sure, some of this material was being put together last year when Fight Song kind of had this revival during the campaign. Everybody was singing it again, and it was cool. I mean, what was that like looking back on that? I think we talked about it at the end of 2016 when the election had just happened, but now with a couple more months, I mean, there was a resurgence for sure, and people were singing it again. People love this song again, and now you have a female empowerment anthem. Like, has it kind of come full circle?
I was really proud that it got like even more love, because I knew that every single time someone heard it, that meant that I was going to get thousands more messages, people telling me that it saved their life, or that it changed the way they were looking at themselves. And that meant a lot to me. So no matter how it was being used or who was using it, I was proud to get the message out. Once you release something into the world, and this is really hard as a songwriter to understand, it's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
All you can do is like wish it well and let it go on its journey. But yeah, it does feel good to have another song out that it's not the same as Fight Song. It's not like, an empowerment. I didn't write it from a place of personal pain.
Right.
I wrote it more looking around me, surveying like, what do my strong girlfriends deserve right now? What do they need? What do women need? So it came from a different place in my heart, but I'm glad that it sounds anthemic, and I'm glad that it's encouraging, and I'm so happy that it feels empowering. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a couple listens, because you hear the chorus and it's like, I've got knives in my back. I was like, whoa, I hope Rachel Platten's okay.
Thank you, Jason, for your concern.
And then you listen, you actually take the time to process the lyrics, and it's like you said, it's not a personal anthem. It's much bigger. It's much more universal. Yeah.
I purposely wanted the production of the song to be something that was like digestible in a pop market, like the people were like, oh, I could dance this in a club, but if I took a deeper listen, I could also get more from the words. So I think it does take maybe a couple listens to like really understand what I'm talking about, what is the underlying message, because it's a fun bop. It sounds good. It feels good.
Love it. Well, hopefully we'll be getting some more songs soon.
Yeah. Oh my God, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the world to hear what I've been cooking up.
Can you give a little preview? I know you don't want to spoil anything, but in terms of the next album, just in terms of an overall tone and thematically, what can you share?
It's emotional. It's like super emotional, and it ranges from high highs to lows. And I think maybe a misconception that people have about me from Fight Song is that I'm like always encouraging and always in a good mood and always positive, and that's beautiful. I love that people think that, but it is not true. And this album allowed me to go into some of the darker places in my mind, and just because I needed the release and I needed that freedom to be honest with what I was feeling. I think when you get to the top of a mountain that you've been wanting to climb your whole life, you have the chance to finally look around you and say, okay, who am I now? So after all that, dreaming and clawing my way, I was able to pause and look around and be like, okay, I still am insecure. I still care what people think. I'm still blah, blah. I'm still depressed sometimes, but I'm also grateful that I'm here. And that was a really interesting place to write from.
It sounds really complex in a positive way.
That's a good way to put it. It is complex in a positive way, I think. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear more.
Thanks, Chase.
Rachel Platten, listen to Broken Glass if you have not already. Enjoy it, stream it.
Dance your booties off when you
dance
listen
your
to
booties
it.
off to it. Can't wait to hear more.
Oh, and there's a video.
Oh, of course,
with
the video,
bikers,
which is great.
There's a girl gang. There's a girl gang of girl bicyclists. They're like star bikers, and they're doing crazy tricks. So check it out.
Please check that out. Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if you haven't checked out her performance at Billboard Live, check that out as well. Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Chase.
See you guys.
Bye.